I am Bharati, your accountancy teacher. Students, now we are going to see about chapter 10, depreciation. Under the topic, introduction, meaning and definition of depreciation, objectives of providing depreciation, what are the causes of depreciation, then characteristics of depreciation, factors affecting the amount of depreciation, method of providing depreciation, method of recording depreciation, then finally calculation of profit or loss on sale of assets. So these are all the topics will be discussed in this class. First we can see the topic concept map. So students, listen carefully. Depreciation. So depreciation should be divided into three categories. One is what are the objectives of providing depreciation. Then second one is causes of depreciation. Third one is factors affecting the amount of depreciation. And fourth one is methods of providing depreciation. So first one, what are the objectives of providing depreciation? To find out the true profit or loss, to present the true and fair financial position, to facilitate replacement of fixed assets, to comply with legal requirements. Then second one causes of depreciation, use of the assets, lapse of time, obsolescence, inadequacy for the purpose. Then third category, what are the factors affecting the amount of depreciation? Cost of assets, expected useful life. This is a estimated life or guarantee period or assurance life of the assets. Then estimated residual value. Residual value is otherwise known as scrap value. It's a damage. ஸ்கிராப் பண்ணுறது நமக்கு தேவையில்லாத இருக்கிறத நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம்னா ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணுறது நம்ம ஸ்கிராப் வேல்யூன்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ ஸ்கிராப் வேல்யூ இஸ் otherwise known as residual value. Then finally methods of providing depreciations. First one, straight line method. Then straight line method is otherwise known as fixed cost method or original cost method, fixed installment method or original cost method. Then second one, diminishing balance method. Diminishing balance method is otherwise known as reducing balance method or written down value method. Then third one method is annuity method. Then fourth one, depreciation fund method, insurance policy method, repurpose provision method, revaluation method, machine or rate method, then depreciation method, then last one, sum of years digits method. So these are all the above topics will be discussed in this class. The first one, meaning and definition of depreciation. The process of allocation of the relevant cost of a fixed asset over its useful life is known as depreciation. It is an allocation of cost against the benefit derived from a fixed asset during on accounting period. Then according to Spicer and Beckler says, depreciation is the measure of the excursions of the effective life of an asset from any cost during a given period. Then another one author name is R.N. Carter says, depreciation is the gradual and permanent decrease in the value of an asset from any causes. So these are all the meaning and definition of the depreciation. Then next, what are the objectives of providing depreciation? Following are the objectives of providing depreciation. First one is to find out the true profit or loss. When an asset is used for generating income for a business, the reduction in the value of the asset proportionate to the benefit derived from it should be changed against the revenue. So this is to be done to find out the true profit or loss of the business for every accounting period. Then second one objective is to present the true and fair view of financial position. When the depreciation is changed on fixed assets, the book value of fixed assets are reduced to that extent and the remaining value is shown in the balance sheet. The balance represents the value of benefit that is yet to be derived from them. Then third one objective is to facilitate replacement of fixed asset. Depreciation is a non-cash item. That is why when the depreciation is debited to profit or loss account. An equal amount is retained in the business. Then when the life of an asset comes to an end, a new asset can be purchased by using the resources available in the business. Then fourth one objectives is to comply with legal requirements. Depreciation is provided on fixed assets to comply with the provisions of law. So these are all the main objectives of the depreciation. Then next one, what are the causes of depreciation? Very very important question, students, listen carefully. There are different reasons causing the reduction in the book value of the fixed assets. So first one, wear and tear. The normal use of a tangible assets results in physical deterioration, which is called wear and tear. When there is wear and tear, the value of the assets decreases proportionately. Wear and tear, ஒரு இடத்துல நம்ம இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு மூவ் பண்ணும்போது கண்டிப்பாக அது என்ன ஆகும்னா டேர் ஆகும் இல்லையா. டேர்னா கிழிஞ்சு போகிறது, வேர்னா தேய்மானம் ஆகுது. ஒரு பொருள் இன்னொரு பொருள் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா டச் ஆகும்போது கொஞ்சம் ஸ்க்ராச்சஸ்லாம் வரும்னு சொல்கிறோம். தட் இஸ் ஏ வியர் அண்ட் டேர் ஆகுது அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம், டேர் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். தென் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் காசஸ் இஸ் evolution of time. So certain assets, whether used or not, become potentially less useful with the passage of time. Then obsolescence, it is a reduction in the value of assets as a result of the availability of updated alternative assets. So this happened due to new inventions and innovations. Invention means கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது, innovation new creation, புதுசாக நம்ம உருவாக்குறதுன்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ அந்த கண்டுபிடிப்புகளும் புதுசாக உருவாக்குறதையும் நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்லணும்னா, அதாவது பழசு வரும்போது புதுசு என்னவாயிடுதுன்னா, ஒரு நியூவாக ப்ராடக்ட், நம்ம நியூ ப்ராடக்ட்டை வந்து மார்க்கெட்டில் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணும்போது ஓல்டு ப்ராடக்ட் என்ன ஆகிடுச்சுன்னா மறைஞ்சி போகுது இல்லைங்களா. தட் இஸ் ஏ அப்சொலியன்ஸ்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ தோ த ஒரிஜினல் அசெட் இஸ் இன் எ usable condition, it is not preferred by the users and it loses its value. For example, preference of latest computers by the users. Then inadequacy for the purpose. Sometimes the use of assets may be stopped due to their inadequacy for the purpose, may become inadequate due to expansion in the capacity of firm. Then next one, lack of maintenance. ஒழுங்காக நம்ம அந்த பொருளை பராமரிக்கல அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் கண்டிப்பாக அது என்ன ஆகும்னு சொன்னால் நிறைய வந்து ப்ராப்ளம் நமக்கு க்ரியேட் ஆகும் இல்லையா. எ குட் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் வில் நேச்சுரலி இன்க்ரீஸ் த லைஃப் ஆஃப் த அசெட்ஸ். நம்ம நல்லா மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுவோம், அந்த பொருள் நம்ம எவ்வளோ நாள் கூட நம்ம அதை யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம், வச்சுக்கலாம் நம்மளுடைய ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸ்லாம். ஆனால் பட் கரெக்டான மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், when there is no proper maintenance, there is a possibility of more depreciation. நிறைய தேய்மானங்கள் வர்றதுக்கு சான்சஸ் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்கிறோம். The next one, what are the factors determining the amount of depreciation? There are different factors that determine the amount of depreciations to be provided on a fixed assets. They are as follows. The first one is the actual cost, means the amount incurred in acquiring or constructing the assets. It is the acquisitions or construction cost or historical cost. It includes all the expenses incurred on the assets to bring the assets to present condition. Then second one, estimated useful life of the assets. So nothing but this is the period for which an assets can be used in the enterprises is known as the estimated useful life of an assets. It can be calculated in terms of period for which the asset is expected to be useful by the entity or units of output to be obtained by the use of the assets, etc. Then third one, scrap value. Scrap value is otherwise known as, அதாவது ஸ்கிராப் அப்படின்றது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த டேமேஜ்டு, அதாவது நம்ம அன்வான்ட் திங்ஸ்லாம் நம்ம என்னென்னு சொல்லணும், ஸ்கிராப், ரெசிடியல் வேல்யூன்னு சொல்கிறோம். அது another name is residual value. So the amount which is expected to be realized at the end of the estimated useful life of an asset is known as the scrap value of the assets. It is also known as residual. Another name is residual value. It determines the scrap value cost. Scrap value cost to be incurred for removal and sale of the assets should be deducted from the omitted cross realizable value. Then last one is other factors. Beside the above mentioned factors, legal provisions, technological factors, etc. also determine the amount of depreciation. So these are all the factors affecting methods of depreciation. Then next one topic, methods of providing depreciation. There are 9 methods is here. First one is straight line method or fixed installment method, or otherwise known as original cost method. Then second one, written down value method or diminishing balance method. Then third one, sum of years of digits method. Then machine or rate method, depletion method, annuity method, revaluation method, sinking fund method, then insurance policy method. These are all the different types of depreciation. Then next questions, what are the difference between straight line method and written down value method? The first one, following are the difference between straight line method and written down value method. First one is basis of calculation. In the case of straight line method, depreciation is calculated on the original cost of the assets for all the years. But written down value method, depreciation is calculated on the written down value of the assets year after year. Then second one, amount of depreciation. The amount of depreciation is the same for all the years, but written down value method, the amount of depreciation goes on decreasing year after year. Then book value of the assets of the end of its life. In the case of straight line method, the book value of the assets becomes 0. So when there is no scrap value or it's equal to its scrap value at the end of its life. But in the case of written down value method, the book value of the assets never becomes 0. Then fourth one, computations of rate of depreciation. It is easy to calculate the rate of depreciation. It is very difficult to calculate the rate of depreciation in the case of written down value method. Then in the case of a straight line method, order of calculation of depreciation amount is calculated first, followed by the rate of depreciation. Then second one, rate of depreciation is calculated first, but followed by the amount of depreciation in the case of written down value method. Then total charge. In the case of straight line method, as the cost of repairs goes on increasing with the passage of time, the total charge, that is the total of depreciation amount and repairs amount, keeps on decreasing from year to year. But in the case of written down value method, as the cost of repairs increase and depreciation decreases with the passage of time, so total of depreciation amount and repair amount charged to profit and loss account remains almost the same from year to year. Then last one is suitability. In the case of straight line method, it is suitable for assets for which the receipt charges are less and the possibility of obsolescence is less, and expiration of cost of assets depends upon the time period involved. So in case of written down value method, it is suitable for assets which are affected by technological changes and assets which requires more repairs with the passage of time. So these are all the difference between straight line and written down value method. So students, under this method, the following formula are used for calculating the amount of depreciation and the rate of depreciation respectively. So what are the formula of amount of depreciation per year? Original cost of the assets minus estimated scrap value divided by estimated useful life of the assets in years. Then second one, rate of depreciation, amount of depreciation per year divided by original cost into 100. So students, கொஷினில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு calculate the rate of depreciation தான் கேட்பாங்க. What are the formula of rate of depreciation? Amount of depreciation divided by original cost into 100. But amount of depreciation value is not given in the question. So first of all, you can find out the amount of depreciation value. Then after that, with the help of the rate of depreciation formula, can easily prepare the rate of depreciation value. Okay, students. Now going to solve the problem, exercise number 1 to 5. So we can see the first problem. Look at the book. See the question number 1. I will read the question. A firm purchased a plant for rupees 40,000. Erection charges amounted to rupees 2,000. Effective life of the plant is 5 years. Calculate the amount of depreciation per year under straight line method. So பாருங்க, plant purchase of plant, அதாவது பிளான்ட்டோட எவ்வளோ பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அந்த ரேட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, இன்ஸ்டாலேஷன் அமௌண்ட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, தென் எஸ்டிமேட்டட் லைஃப் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ இப்போ நமக்கு டோட்டல் அசெட்ஸ். ஸோ அசட்ஸோட ஃபார்முலா பர்ச்சேஸ் ப்ரைஸ் ப்ளஸ் எரெக்ஷன் சார்ஜஸ் டிவைடட் பை, இங்கே பாருங்கள், ஃபஸ்ட்டு purchase of charges plus estimated erection சார்ஜஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க. எரெக்ஷன் மீன்ஸ் இன்ஸ்டாலேஷன் அர்த்தம். எக்ஸ்ட்ரா நம்ம ஃபிட் பண்ணுறது ஒரு பிளான்ட்டை நம்ம அதாவது பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னால், அதாவது பிளான்ட்டோட ஒரு பிளான்ட் வாங்கியிருக்கோம், அதோட ரேட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நமக்கு 40,000. நம்ம எக்ஸ்ட்ரா நம்ம எவ்வளோ செலவு பண்ணியிருக்கோம், ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2,000. ஸோ 40,000 + 2 டோட்டலி 42,000. ஸோ திஸ் வேல்யூ இஸ் known as the total assets value. Then formula is amount of depreciation, total cost divided by estimated life. So total cost எவ்வளோ இருக்குது நமக்கு 42,000 இருக்குது. guarantee period எவ்வளோ இருக்குது 5. So we get 42,000 divided by 5, we get rupees 8,400. In this value is known as amount of depreciation. So students, next sum. A company purchased a building for rupees 50,000. The useful life of the building is 10 years and the residual value is rupees 2,000. So find out the amount and rate of depreciation under straight line method. So amount of depreciation, what are the formula for amount of depreciation? So total cost minus scrap value divided by estimated life. In this problem, cost of building கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, பர்ச்சேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறது 50,000, அதோடைய ஸ்கிராப் வேல்யூ கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, வேஸ்டேஜ் வந்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, நம்மளோட கேரண்டி பீரியடும் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஓகேங்களா? இப்போ டோட்டல் காஸ்ட் வந்து பிளான்ட்டோட டோட்டல் காஸ்ட்டு 50,000, ஸ்கிராப் வேல்யூ 2,000 டிவைடட் பை எஸ்டிமேட்டட் லைஃப் 10 years. So 50,000 minus 2,000 divided by 10, 48,000 divided by 10, we get rupees 4,800. Then another one step, you have to find out the rate of depreciation value. Amount of depreciation divided by original cost into 100. Amount of depreciation 4,800 divided by original cost 50,000 into multiplied by 100. So we get rupees 9.6 percentage. If any number have to be multiplied, abdina mention in the percentage. Okay. Then question number 3. So furniture was purchased for rupees 60,000. So furniture வந்து நமக்கு 60,000 கொடுத்து purchase பண்ணியிருக்காங்க on 1/7/2016. It is expected to last for 5 years. So estimated scrap at the end of 5 years is rupees 4,000. So find out the rate of depreciation under straight line method. So what are the formula of amount of depreciation? Total cost minus scrap value divided by estimated life. So total cost of furniture 25,000 minus scrap value 1,000 divided by 10 years estimated life. So 25,000 minus 1,000 divided by 10, we get 24,000 divided by 10. So 4,000 divided by 10, we get rupees 11,200. In this value is known as amount of depreciation. The next you can go to find out the rate of depreciation. What are the formula of rate of depreciation? Amount of depreciation divided by original cost into 100. So amount of depreciation 11,200 already find out. Rupees 11,200 divided by original cost 60,000 into 100, we get we get 18.6%. So students, today we had learned about definition and meaning of depreciation. What are the objectives, causes of depreciation? Then the various methods of providing depreciation, factors affecting the amount of depreciation, then difference between straight line method and written down value method. So these above topics are completed in this class. Chapter is not over, remaining sums to be continued on next lesson. So understand the concept, students. I hope that you would have thorough the formula which will make you solve the problem so easier and more faster. I will give some assignment, write it in the notebook. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you, students.